Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
No pain, no gain.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that'll be the second half was better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McMahon. Oh, he's got Hester complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. McMahon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw. McMahon. the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, McMahon. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, McMahon, they set up the screen to Payton, and they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step, and if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Johnson won't return this, so the football will come out to the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, it's Campbell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Moon. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moon. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Campbell. And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Let's go.
A big play there out of the running game. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. On first down, Campbell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, they run with Campbell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Moon. And right side, Henry's got it. Touchdown! Derrick Henry, 29 yards. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable here for Hester. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Caught it to 26. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss play for Peyton. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now, we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, McMahon. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Moon. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Moon. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw on 3rd down, Moon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Johnson now returning. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing after the interception. Moon. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Moon. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one.
After review play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So Matt Nagy correcting his decision to throw the red flag. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Moon. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him bumped down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A play fake. Now Moon. Looking deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, it's Moon. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. A give, running left is Campbell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, McMahon. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Peyton. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 3rd down, McMahon. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get your reset. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Mason. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be ready for that. That time they weren't. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 46. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a give, it's Peyton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run again with Peyton, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading 000. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On 1st and 10, McMahon. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. McMahon. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll run now with Peyton. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Let's go, boys!
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running it here with Peyton. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
To throw on 2nd down, McMahon, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
47's the mark, boy, 47. Check.
Back to throw. McMahon. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. McMahon. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. They'll run on 1st down. Campbell, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front, and to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 42 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Back to throw. Moon throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Moon. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Operating from the gun, Moon. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Brett Kern now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On first down, McMahon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, McMahon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Throwing on first down. McMahon. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McMahon. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his big tight end here. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. That was a big risk here in overtime. And send him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be positioned themselves. So you have confidence in him, and you have confidence in your defense to go ahead and let him kick that one.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.